Hey everybody, today we're going to cover how to create a YouTube banner that gets more subscribers. So I know that this could be quite daunting, especially if you're starting out and there's all these professionals out there that you want to compete with, but just remember this is about a journey taking baby steps. So art is, and how you can use it to get more views. Stick around and we'll cover that. So let's talk about some basics, some banner basics. First of all, there are many different sizes, and these sizes will be based upon the types of devices that your channel will be viewed on. The banner size overall is 2048 by 1152 pixels, and we'll dive into that a little deeper shortly. And then of course your image file needs to be under 6 megabytes. So just keep those things in mind, and we'll cover those as we move on through this tutorial. So banner sizing, as you can see here in the red box, you have a banner size that, if it is displayed on TV, would use the full area. And then if you looked at the maximum desktop space, which is in this new red box here, you will see that it shrinks down quite a lot. When viewed on a tablet, it shrinks down even more. And then you've got your mobile and desktop minimum area, which is this green box with the red or the green square or rectangle you see on your screen now. This is what we're going to focus on, is to get most of your important knowledge in this area, so that no matter what device your YouTube channel is viewed upon, you will be able to communicate who you are, what you do, etc. So let's head over to Canva and we'll start building our first YouTube banner. So first of all, we'll go into YouTube and type in YouTube banner template, and you would select images, and these images would pop up, and you could select this one here, YouTube channel art template PSD. You would right click, save image as, and you'd see it's a PNG. You would save it. Of course I have saved it already for the sake of this example, but you would save this to your desktop so that you can upload it into Canva. Okay, so what you do is you open up your Canva, and what you need to do is tell Canva what you would like, which is YouTube channel art. It would take you to the area where it is already designed for the right size. As you can see here at the top, YouTube channel art, and you have a choice of all of these templates that you can see down here below, or you can create your own one. So what we'll do today is we're going to create our own one. So we'll click on create blank, and you'd come up with a page like this. Next we're going to go to uploads. This is where you would have uploaded your file, so you can just click on it and size it, or click, drag across, and it will throw it into this area for you and fully size it to the full size of the page. So next what you want to do is you want to lock this in place. So you would click on the image, go to this little lock in the top right hand corner and lock it. And the reason for this is that if you have to move elements aside later on, you don't move your template. We will unlock this template later to delete it when you have your final product made. But until then, lock it in place, and then we can move towards the next step. So what we will do next is we'll go to elements here on the left, and we are going to select this shape, and we're going to size this shape to cover the whole area here. And then what we want to do is go to this transparency icon here, and we want to dial it down enough so that we can see what's hiding underneath, which is this template that we downloaded earlier. Next, we're going to want to load up a gradient. So what you can do is type in gradient here. We can do is take this one, and what I'm going to do is size it so that it fits into this so-called sweet spot. And if we go back to the transparency here and we dial it down, we can see that we are in that sweet spot, this text and logo safe area, as this template calls it. And we're just going to turn it up enough so that we can see the effects that we are creating. So next what we want to do is, depending on what you want to achieve in your channel, I'm going to just upload a picture of myself. We're going to size it so that it fits into this sweet spot here. Move it over. So there we have the picture of myself. The next we want to do is we want to throw in some text. But what we want to do is select styles. And why do we want to do that? Well, what Canva has done is paired some styles together for us, which we can have a look at to see which will suit our channel needs, what we want to portray as the purpose of our channel. So we can just pick any one for now. We click on that. We're going to change the color of the text to white. And the subheading text we're going to change to white. Okay, so my channel is called Easy Graphic Tools. We're going to size that for now. We'll come back and play with the size as we start putting more things in here. And the subheading, simplify. Simplify your life. We will reduce that. Okay, so far we've got the text, and now perhaps what we want to do is throw some splash of color in here. So we'll go back to elements and we'll look for something nice and bright. Let's see. Let's take this one here. So we'll drag this across. Let's size it so that it fits into this part here. I'm going to click, then I'm going to press copy and paste. Or it shows you the shortcut keys here for a non-Apple, so we'll do Control V. We'll drag it across to this side. There we go. We're starting to get some nice effects going here. So let's just have a look. Let's turn the background up to see what the finished product could look like. I'm going to click on this background and let's just make this a little lighter. Maybe that. And then of course if we want to play with the transparency here, make it dial it in nice and bright, or however you want to as the last before you publish it, you can see now how this is starting to come together very nicely. So we've got a good idea of where the sweet spot is now. But if you do want to still keep tabs on the sweet spot, you can just turn the transparency down again on your gray background, and as well on this section. Okay, so Before we move on, we've got to cover a few basic tips. First of all, you can use different kinds of ways to communicate what your channel's about. First of all, you've got your channel name up here. I have a slogan, but you can also use pillars, or to give you an example, pillars would be something like this: inspiration, creativity, and music. So these are the three things that this channel covers. Or you can look at our I help tagline, like helping you be your own boss, like Sunny Lenarduzzi, or Vanessa Lau, helping create content creators and coaches get visible and get paid. So here's some examples of things that you need to think of when doing your channel art. You want to communicate who you are and what you do. So let's head back over to our creation here. Mine is to simplify your life. Now, what we also want to do is have a call to action. So we're going to keep it simple today, and we are going to just merely ask them to subscribe. And we'll size this. Another point to note is if you have links in your YouTube channel linking to any of your other social media sites, it's going to put the icons here in this bottom right corner. So what you want to do is try and keep this bottom right corner clear, because YouTube will put in, just to go over again, you can see this area here: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. You can see here this bottom right hand corner is where YouTube defaults and puts all of your links that you put in when you set up your channel. So remember to keep that clear, this little space here. You don't want to go and cover that area up and then spend time having to go and fix this. So we're going to subscribe now. Whoops. Okay, that's a little too big, so we are going to go to the letter height and just bring that in a little. And we'll move that there. And then, of course, another tip you want to do is people need to know how active you are and how passionate you are for your channel. So what you want to do is put some expectations in here as well. So perhaps what we want to do is tell them how often you upload to your channel. And again, the final positions of these things we'll play with later. So let's take a look at some famous people. She's got new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. Vanessa, new video every week. So what we're going to do is just say new video every Sunday. Oops. I cannot spell. Okay, so it's starting to come together nicely. So we'll take, well, we don't want to move that. We want to move the writing. Let's change the color of this to yellow, and let's make it bold. See what that looks like. Okay. Perhaps what we want to do is hide this and push it into the background a bit. So let's go to the position here and click backwards, backwards. Okay, that's better. Now, although you can still see it showing up, just as a reminder, when we go and dial up the transparency, that disappears. So again, you'll have to play with what the final look is going to be and feel like for you. But this little dot here won't hurt me, because I will dial up this color here so that you don't see that little dot in the background. So let's just show you again. You see how it disappears? Okay. We said that we would play with different types of graphics. So we're going to come back to styles, and we're using this Beliza. Let's look at this glacial indifference. Obviously you'll have to resize it, but this is just to play with the look and feel. That's not a bad one. Nicoli, not bad either. So let's look at this one. So what we'll do is we'll maybe take this one. So we'll just go and resize this a little. Simplify your life. And then subscribe now. Okay, so you can play with these. Let's change the color of this text to a light blue. We'll dial up the background. Yeah, that pops nicely. There we go. That's looking good. So we can do subscribe now. And just remember that here's a little, this is where YouTube throws in some of their links that you put in. You can maybe move that over. So let's make that bold. So there we go. So now we have a good channel banner. Now, as we're nearing the end, we are going to just quickly unlock this background. We're going to delete it. And then we're going to move this back up. We're going to darken this. There we go. So here we have our first stab at our new channel art. So let's save this and we'll head over to YouTube now and see how this looks. So you're going to head over to your channel and you're going to go and click on channel customization here in the left hand column. You're going to click on branding. You're going to come down and you're going to click on change channel art template. So as you can see now, it shows you what's viewable. So you'd see here viewable on desktop, but this sweet spot is what we wanted to grab. So we're going to click done. Don't forget to publish. There you go. So as you can see, we have a subscribe button. Here's my website link. But this is what the channel would look like. Obviously, we need to clean this up a little, so you can go back to Canva and just resize this. But at the end of the day, you now have exactly what you need to do through using Canva to make some really funky channel art for yourself. And again, this isn't forever. You can change this every week if you want, but at least now you have a template. So have fun with this. And again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and put in the comments below and even maybe link to your channel to show us what your channel art looks like. Until next time, this is Shane Thompson from Easy Graphics Tools. Looking forward to speaking with you again soon.